Greetings and welcome to this summary of our class on Wednesday, February the 13th, day before Valentine's Day. We focused on Wednesday on some close reading of the text of Khirbet Khizeh. We have talked about, so far in the class, we have talked about many issues related to the book and to questions, for example, of anti-Semitism and to the larger questions related to the context of our subject, the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. What we haven't done yet so far in the course is what we're going to spend the vast majority of the course doing, which is close reading of literary texts. And that's what we spent most of our time doing on Wednesday the 13th. I won't try to reproduce any of those close readings here in this summary, but I will mention that it is extremely important that when you read, you pay very close attention to the specifics of the text. As we read literary texts, we're interested in what the writer has to say. But equally important, because these are artistic works, these are works of art, literary art. We're interested in how the writer chooses to say what she has to say. So we have to look specifically at the language the writer uses. Look closely at that language. What makes a passage intriguing in a literary work? Certainly what the writer is saying. A good example in Khirbet Khizeh, one of the scenes we looked at yesterday, is the scene toward the past the middle of the story, where the Palestinian woman witnesses her house being blown up and runs screaming in the direction of her blown up house. What is actually happening here, the point that Yejar is trying to make, is that at this moment, when the woman realizes that catastrophe has struck in her very specific case, because her house has been blown up by the Israeli soldiers, she realizes that her life as she has known it to this point is coming to an end. Her life can never go back to being the way it was. This is an earth-shattering realization for any human, that life can never be the same, that something has fundamentally changed and can never be recovered. Now, that is the idea, that is the concept that Yejar is trying to get across. The next question we ask is, how does Yejar get that point across? What kind of language does Yejar use? How does the Yejar structure his sentences in order to get that, communicate, represent this moment when the woman is so profoundly upset, so existentially distressed? Look at the language. What kind of describing words, what kind of action words does Yejar use? Yejar, for example, often uses very long, super subordinated sentences. That is, he uses very complex sentences very often that go on and on. There are reasons for that. Does he do that in this passage? Does he extend and create these labyrinthine sentences that are complex and wind this way and in and out? Or does he use much more succinct sentence structures? Why? Why does he do one or the other? look at the words on the page and ask yourself, what exactly is the writer doing here in terms of the, uh, the words on the page, the way the sentences are constructed. All right. So that is all that I will include in this summary, and hope to see you next time. Take care. Meanwhile, thank you. Bye.